certainly is. There's Canada's Governor General Mary Simon. Tomorrow is the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. It's an issue that the Trudeau government has made one of their most prominent priorities, but there's disagreement on just how successful they have actually been. Let's bring in our guest, Dene National Chief and AFN Regional Chief Gerald Antoine. Mr. Antoine, thanks for taking some time for Power Play on this Friday. Much appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You know, the government likes to say they have done more than any other government has ever done on this issue. Your thoughts, is that true?
It has not really been a reality. There's been a lot of words, a lot of good things that are being said. One of them is reconciliation. It's at everybody's tip of their tongue. And one of the things they have to do is they have to acknowledge us as human beings. We're the original nations of families here, and this is the message that we also shared with Pope Francis last year. The other thing is that they have to recognize that we need to be the one that takes the lead. The other one is that they need to understand that we need to be involved. And also we need to have our family leadership be the ones providing the direction. And so our efforts is a collaboration to realign the support and assistance that's required, so that way the family could meet the needs moving forward.
You've said that you need to be involved, that you need to be leaders as well. Do you feel the government has done that? Have they opened the door, Mr. Antoine, to allow that to happen?
We acknowledge our commitment for a renewed relationship with First Nations. There seems to be very optimistic for building stronger relationship. However, I just want to let you know that trust is really important at this stage. There are also numerous areas that still require urgent action and also attention. And one is that they need to come and meet with us. It's a very special ceremony for us to gather and to have conversations as to how we could be able to create and foster the relationship moving forward.
You've been a chief long enough to see some governments come and some governments go. This particular government under this prime minister, how would you characterize them in terms of the job that they have done, the listening that needs to go on, the ability to share, to collaborate, and to bring about reconciliation?
He has traveled and canoed one of our major rivers here. That is the time that I met with him just briefly. And also I met his dad when he was the prime minister when I was a student at Lester B. Pearson College. And the question that I had as his dad, the response was not very positive for me. It seems to kind of, make fun of things there. And if you look at the record to date, is that there's still a lot of work that needs to happen. And I'm really glad about September 30th, because there was this lady, her name was Phyllis, that talked about herself, her experience, and her orange shirt. As a result of that, it gave us an opportunity to acknowledge that we need to have a national day for truth and reconciliation. And so that, for me, represents a step in the right direction. And so we need to still come together as to how we could be able to create and foster these necessary steps forward. And so I really like to commend Phyllis for this, for what she had visioned when she had shared her story. And also I like to commend all the survivors of the residential school for giving voice and allowing us as a delegation of people to be able to bring this truth to share it with Pope Francis. And we invited him to come and meet with the families. As a result of that, flying home, he had talked about genocide. And so this is a real difficult item, but tomorrow, September 30th, is something that's really special because it allows us to be able to have a conversation in a very respectful way to talk about this difficult issue. And so I see hope that we could be able to create and foster the necessary steps forward.
Chief Antoine, I want to thank you for taking a bit of time to join us from the Northwest Territories the day before the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. Much appreciate your time and your message to people watching.
Yeah, and thank you, and safe journey, and be safe. Merci.
You as well.